Hey, how you all doing? I had some of the viewers suggest that I show some of my equipment and talk a little bit about it, so decided the first one to talk about was our 520, which we just always have known as Poppin Johnny. So that's what's coming up. My dad bought the 520 brand new in I don't know, maybe 1958 or early. It was been sitting on the lot for a little while. We had a local dealer named Unger Motors. You can kind of see a little bit of what's left of the dealer sticker on there. They were, I don't know, about 5 or 6 miles down the road. Not quite that far, actually, just 4 miles and 5. And they sold Chevrolet cars and trucks and John Deere tractors and equipment. It was a pretty neat little dealership. Anyhow, this was the main tractor on the farm for quite a while. We didn't have a loader on it at the beginning. He bought a loader a little bit later. I always remember it having a loader. We would take the loader off and only put it on when we would clean out the hog shed or the cow barn. I still use it every year to clean the manure out. We got a video shows us using it, and we still do have the extension that goes on there, the big bucket part. I guess it would be about 7 feet wide, I think, that slides on there and makes the manure forks just slide into little shackles on the thing, and it got 2 bolts that hold it on there, and anyhow it makes a nice big scoop. Use that for cleaning the hog shed, and that thing's moved a powerful lot of snow. We got a 1/4 mile long driveway, and it's cleaned out I don't know how many tons of snow, and other people's too, other driveways and whatnot. This was the main tractor on our farm for quite a lot of years. Pulling a 2-bottom plow, did all the plowing for the tobacco ground and everything. And I could have pulled 3 in some of our ground easy, but old Poppin Johnny would have had a hard time with 3 on some of our knobby ground. Got a lot of clay in it. Anyhow, we would plant tobacco with it, and we had a field up in the woods by the tobacco beds, 1.5 acre field. And one time when I was at school, my dad was taking the tractor up through the woods. It's down there, I don't know, you see them cows down there. That woods, right at the base of the woods is a stream, and you'd have to go up across that stream and up in the woods there. Well, anyhow, the bridge was made from 3 pretty stout telephone poles going across, and had some good oak 2x10 boards nailed to them. The stream was about 15 feet, 12, 15 feet across, about 8 or 9 foot deep down in there. And he was going across there with the tobacco planter on it, and one of the telephone poles broke, and he went down in the stream, and he's very fortunate that the tobacco planter, being on the 3-point, hung up on the bank and didn't let the thing flip all the way over. I mean, we could have lost him then. There, I was just in 1st grade, and when I came home from school, there were 3 tractors. We had a SC case, a 2020 John Deere, and a neighbor had brought over his 504, International farm oil, and had them hooked up, all three of them chained up down there, hooked to this thing, trying to pull it up out the ditch. They finally had to go get that neighbor that had the 504, also had a crawler, and he was able to, it's like a track loader thing. I don't remember the size of it, the model. But anyhow, they were able to pick up on the tractor and drag the thing up out of there finally. It was quite disturbing for me. When I was 12 years old, let's see, how old would the Poppin Johnny have been? He'd have been about 18 or 20. He'd have been 20 years old. I decided he needed a paint job, so I went to work on him, and it was the results. That's me. Luckily, I'm out of focus, so you can't laugh at me too much on how I look. And I thought the tractor turned out pretty good for painting with some rattle cans. But yeah, this old tractor's got a lot of stories. Been over many an acre, plowing and disking and spreading lime and fertilizer and planting tobacco. I've been going across miles and miles of tobacco field behind that thing on the planter, putting the plants in the ground. And then we'd frequently use the old Poppin Johnny for carrying the tobacco to the barn. We'd go through the field there with the wagon, and we'd pass up the plants on the stick, and Dad would load them up on the wagon. We'd take them to the barn. Pretty strong tractor, it really is. We used to fill the silo, have this on the blower, with running by the belt pulley on there. We used to fill the silo. That's asking a lot of this old tractor. It's a mighty strong tractor. It dropped a valve one time, locked up. One of the valves broke, and had to have the thing overhauled. And I think they must have put in some high compression pistons or something. It's an awful strong 520. I mean, real strong, very stout. And it's a member of the family. We'd never get rid of it. We care a lot about it, and wherever I go, it's going to go. And I don't know how I'd farm without him. We got some other two bangers at 620, and I got a 50 up there, but they're recent acquisitions, kind of within the last 3 years or so. But this one been here many moons since Dad bought it. And old Poppin Johnny. There you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Got more equipment and more stories coming up. See ya.